So this is totally not the third time I've had to do this section because my microphone cable was unplugged, and then one time the battery died. Two different things. Anyways, hope you guys are doing well. Thanks to Pop Collectibles for getting this to me super fast. This is the Mark III red and chrome version. If you haven't noticed, it's super, super shiny and absolutely gorgeous. Like I said it in the previous edits, which you'll never ever hear or see, that if they had done these chrome versions instead of the neon text, like we'd have so many of these by now. We'd have a chrome war machine. Anyways, who knows? We'll probably still have all that stuff. But look at this. We have the red and chrome version. I just, I guess a few weeks ago, reviewed the black and gold chrome version. Check out that video. And from that, I learned that I should wear gloves when dealing with the chrome. So I got some black gloves to wear for this because the last video, I spent way too much time like moving, like fingerprint. It was a thing. It sucked. So we're wearing gloves for this one. Look at this paint, guys. Look at this. It is gloriously shiny. Absolutely beautiful. Now, if you already have the Mark III 2.0 that came out, that thing is beautiful. You don't need this. This is for those who are just silly obsessed with Iron Man variants, and that's pretty much who it's for. Or if you just want something to say, hey, look, I have something that's limited edition, and you don't. It could be for that cause as well. It is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So we got red chrome paint down the chest, down the thigh, down the arms. We got the movable shoulder armor here. This part does pop off. Mine popped off and I had to pop it back on. No big deal. Silver chrome on the bicep, silver chrome on the faceplate, obviously. And then on the thigh and the side of the thigh, and then on the back, we got this section here. Now, there are two flaps that we'll need to install that comes packaged separately in those little sections right there. I'm not going to mess with batteries. This is not one I'll ever turn batteries on, so I'm not even going to mess with that. Batteries here, batteries in the chest and the head there. It's just not something I'll ever mess with. If you want to, you can pop off the chest plate, and we'll do that right here. And it looks pretty good. Yeah, that kind of takes away the chrome factor if you do that. Now, there are a couple pieces that are not chrome, and maybe you've already spotted them, and they're going to be inside the moving parts. So our double jointed elbow right here, you can see the color difference in there, and also down behind the knee where you can see we've got the chrome versions here, and then they got the matte typical Iron Man coloring behind there. And if we were to bend the knee, Game of Thrones reference, you can see that there. So that's I get why it's did that, because a moving part with chrome paint might not have gone all that well, but it's fine. So this is beautiful. Typical Iron Man stuff, double bend here, plenty of range of motion to do whatever you want to do. I'm a little leery. There is an ab crunch or an ab pull down, torso drop down, and a leg drop down. Again, I don't really want to scratch this paint. It's just too flipping good. It is absolutely beautiful. We do have the flaps on the back we can open up. See if I can do this with gloves on, which is a little tricky. So we do have the detail going on back here as well. And it is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at that. In the words of Jurassic Park, spared no expense. Spared no expense. Absolutely gorgeous piece of art. That's what this is. So we do have some accessories though before we get into the posing section. Let's go and get to that. Just like the black and gold version of this guy, we got this new cylindrical base with the arc reactor. It is USB-C back there on the back. No, they don't give you a cable or a power brick, so you're stuck on your own with that. But it does pretty much exactly the same thing. Red and chrome version right here. We'll definitely break out the previous version, the black and gold, to put next to this guy in posing so you can see that. Also, check out my Instagram. I'll post some photos on there as well. So stay tuned for that. Mark III definitely comes with these little switch outs for the forearms. They do have the chrome paint on the red section. The rest of it's pretty much black and a gunmetal paint. These are the two flaps you have to install. They just simply peg in, very simple. And they do have all the functionality of the Mark III. So I'm gonna try and do this with gloves on, which may not be the easiest thing to do. But there we go. So you do have these little flaps and things that you can maneuver around. Lots of stuff. Paint applications, beautiful. switch out shoulder rockets, and of course, forearm rockets as well. As far as hands go, 2 fisted hands that are already on the figure, 2 sets of articulated hands for the fingers. You can maneuver those around and do whatever gestures you want to do there. And then, of course, 2 repulsor blast hands with the chrome paint on the back of the wrist there. Looks great. Those are very nice. Just as a quick side-by-side comparison, I've got obviously the red and chrome version here. For those who have the limited edition D100 Mark 7, I want to show you the difference in paint application. So here is the Mark 7, and I want you to look at the red. Look how that light's bouncing off of there. It is redonkulous. And you can see in the chrome, like this is more of a gunmetal right here, and then you got this high gloss chrome mirror. It's straight up mirror finish. I mean, that's really what this is. It is absolutely huge, the amount of difference that's going on here and the way the lights are playing with it. But if you've got this one, or maybe the Mark V, very similar to that too, yeah, big difference. Now, when I tell you this is not the easiest figure to record, photograph, whatever, I mean it. The chrome is crazy. Look at this thing. It is nuts. I need to put it in my, I'll have to put it in my display light box thing, Apex time thing. I'll put it in there a little later. This thing is crazy, crazy chrome. I mean, that's the whole appeal of this thing, right? If you got the regular Mark III, you want this one because it's just different and it looks crazy. And it absolutely is going to stand out on the shelf. There's no way around it. But this silver chrome, the red chrome, it's pretty crazy. It's got all the Mark III features, all the little, ailerons and flaps and all that stuff going on. And yes, I'm still wearing gloves to not get fingerprints all over this thing because that's a thing. And but there it is right there. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. So we just got a simple pose. I don't know that we really need to do anything crazy with this. Pose-wise, we'll do some things, but this is more of those, just to say, hey, look, this is cool. I like the paint job, and it's just something limited that I have, and maybe some other people don't. It's one of those things. Sometimes in collecting, sometimes that's part of the fun of it. It's just having random cool things that they didn't make a lot of. So I'm pretty excited to have this one. I will break out the black and gold chrome and put it next to this so you guys can see the difference. So there we go, black and gold on the left, red and chrome on the right. They look really good next to each other. I would not be shocked, and I'm not saying they should or shouldn't do this, but I would not be shocked if they did a 2.0 Midas and all gold chrome. I would not be shocked if they did that. I mean, a Mark 21, which is essentially the Mark 7, which I have right here, and the repaint, that would be a thing. I wouldn't be shocked at a chrome Mark 1. I mean, they do kinds of crazy things. But these guys look pretty stinking good. The Mark 7, iconic suit, no question about it. And then obviously the Mark 3, which, to be fair, that pose is not very good. But you get the idea. So, yeah, I kind of dig it. The new display bases, I think they look pretty good. I don't mind them. They take up a little bit of room, but nothing crazy. But overall, I think these two look pretty good by themselves on the shelf. Now, the question is, what do you guys think they should do next? Because this is not the end of the chromes. You know it. Which one should be next? So here's the original Mark III next to the red and chrome version of the Mark III. And after installing the shoulder rockets, I can 100% confirm that once, in fact, they did put the rockets on backwards. So the missiles are actually facing the back on the Mark III and also on the new chrome version of the Mark III. So they still didn't correct that. I haven't taken, you can fix it. You can push the wire pin out of there and flip them around. I haven't bothered with it. But you would have thought they would have corrected that for the updated version, I guess. But they go, nah, we're going to put it on there backwards again. I mean, there's no question the original Mark III is the clear winner of these two. Yeah, I mean, it's just no question about it. The other one, again, it's a trophy. That's what it is. It looks cool. All right, a simple pose for your Iron Man Mark III or Mark 7 or Mark 6 or whatever the heck you want to do. Just to show you, you have a lot of stuff going on here. I got the forearm rockets going on. I've got the missiles on the shoulders, which are facing the wrong direction. And then I've got all the little flaps and things on the back, which are looking pretty good. Guys, if you've seen an Iron Man figure, you know what they're all about. This is about just hot toys stretching their legs and going, hey, look, this is what we can do. This is This is who we are, and this thing's pretty freaking cool. Do you need it in your collection? No. I'll throw that out there. This is not something. This is not a must-have for the majority of collectors, unless you just really like chrome. But if you're an Iron Man guy and you just want to collect all the Iron Man, then obviously this would be one to add to the set. The greatest Iron Man figure released to date. Stay tuned for that video. I have thoughts, and I will be showcasing my Iron Man collection sometime in the near future. Stay tuned for that. But thanks to Pop Collectibles for being able to get this to me. I'm super excited about it. I want to know what should be the next chrome version of this. You know they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop, guys. Can't stop, won't stop. One of those things. Which one should they do next? Is it the Mark V? Do we need like a 4.0 Mark V or whatever? Let me know. But I'm pretty happy to have this one in the collection. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. If you haven't checked us out on Patreon, do that. We're giving away the Hot Toys 2022 Batman Deluxe set, which is the Batman and the Bat Signal. That set, we're giving away that set this month, so stay tuned for that. And I do have the InArt Aragorn review coming up very soon. So subscribe if you haven't already done that. As always, click what you like. See you next time.